And from Willett Hall in Farmville, Virginia, we welcome you to Big South Conference basketball action on ESPN Plus as the Presbyterian Blue Hose take on the Longwood Lancers. This Big South broadcast is brought to you in part by Hercules Tires. Ride on our strength. Visit HerculesTires.com. Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit Geico.com today. And Sunbelt Rentals, we have equipment for that. Good evening, everybody. Brian Rushing here, along with my broadcast partner, Katie Pate. Katie, you take a look at last night's game. It's a game that took a while for Longwood to get going offensively, but in the end, a 23-11 fourth quarter was the difference as they win 73-66.
We saw a third quarter lull from the Lancers and a big drive for the Presbyterian Blue Hose. Drive up that lead to about 12 points. Longwood staying strong, though, in that fourth quarter, leaning on that senior point guard, Tre'Dasia Smith.
We'll certainly get to Smith in just a moment. Tiana Carter was the major player for Presbyterian last night, 19.7 rebounds. Give us your thoughts on her.
We talked about she's got great post mechanics. Don't let her get to your body or she'll use it against you. She's really good. She's athletic, nice and smooth in and around the basket. She's got some good counter, soft touch. One of the top field goal percentages in the Big South Conference, coming at third. One of her biggest challenges last night was defending Akila Smith inside, doing a fantastic job, forcing Smith to drive outside the lane line. We'll talk a little bit more about that tonight, Brian. Great defensive presence by Carter. Looking for more for her tonight.
Carter was the difference in the first three quarters, but the difference in the fourth quarter was Tre'Dasia Smith. The young lady for Longwood was phenomenal.
Well, the senior point guard, it was kind of like she just waited around. She didn't score until the fourth quarter. She just said, oh, okay, we're going to stop messing around now. Let that veteran leadership, scoring from all three levels, outside the arc, driving to the basket and the free throw line. Those 9 points in the fourth quarter absolutely elevated the Lancers to victory.
That three-point make that she had came with 3:20 remaining in the game, and that 9 points would propel them to the win. You see the Sunbelt Rentals starting lineups first for Presbyterian as Longwood wins the tip, wearing the black uniforms tonight. Presbyterian wearing the white. The shot from the baseline by Kyla McMakin misses. The rebound out to Presbyterian, and we'll see now the Longwood version of the Sunbelt Rentals starting five. Longwood in a man-to-man defense in their first possession. It's the basketball tipped out of bounds, the intended target. Very chilly day here in Farmville. It's the pitch cut on a missed. Ware is a strikeout victim to start out the fourth inning, and that is now the fifth strikeout. And Carrywem with the steal, and he'll finish with a two-hand flush. That was impressive. Griff Aldrich wants a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. A 5-point differential between these two clubs.
Brian, you hear me talk all the time about the ball screen defense for Longwood team. When there's a guard and a forward involved in that, of course, when you see guard-to-guard screen action, you'll see a switch or just a stay for Longwood. But in this action, often, especially Leslie and Carrium, is so good in coming out on that hard hedge. Perfect timing, gets into the passing lane, gets a tip, gets a deflection, and a finish.
Centers it. There's Echenice. And there'll be a foul called on Campbell. And now we have a developing situation. It's about 2 yards, 3 yards max outside of the penalty area. The Longwood Lancers will have a free kick. As you see, it was Van Slyke that took the bump. And having seen set pieces work for Longwood this year, it would stand to reason that Josh Fordyce will get the opportunity to shape it around the wall. He had a delightful effort against UNC Greensboro in the 86th minute to draw the Lancers to within 1 goal in Greensboro. Can he replicate the feat here? Shapes it low. Ward will try an opportunity. Deflected again. Centered. Echenice with the foot. Cleared out by Campbell. And the Longwood Lancers will have their first corner of the evening. And that was a flurry of action. We'll see on the replay. Ward had an opportunity. He drove it low. Echenice had a chance to get a piece of it. Ayakunle was in the neighborhood. Back here in Farmville at the Longwood Athletic Complex, full time. The Longwood Lancers pick up the points this afternoon, a 1-0 win. Presbyterian College Blue host Brian Rushing here with you. So glad you could join us for this Big South Conference action in what was a very entertaining game. The Longwood Lancers would get a goal in the final 90 seconds of the first half, and it was our Hercules Tires strong move of the game, as Danielle Toon was able to get it inside the penalty area, and she was able to just work it past the keeper, Mackenzie Azuero. And the Longwood Lancers would go into the locker room with the 1-goal advantage, and the defense made it stick. The goal by Toon in minute number 43 was our Hercules Tires strong move of the game. Don't forget to ride on the strength of Hercules Tires, as we'll get an opportunity to take a look at some of our final numbers this afternoon. The Blue Hose took 10 shots. The Longwood Lancers took 13 on the afternoon. It was Danielle Toon who had 2 shots in the game, and she was the difference maker as she got the pass from Kirsten Uhas and was able to put it in the back of the net, giving Longwood 3 points this afternoon, as they are now at the moment in second place in the Big South Conference standings. So as we depart, this is Brian Rushing saying good night, where the final score is Longwood 1, Presbyterian 0, as all games airing on the ESPN networks are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN. Good night, everybody.